Well, hi, and welcome back to Island Bowls Live. I'm Jeff Poulton. It's my mission to try and get you to try lawn bowling. So, I've posted a video recently of based on a question that Michelle had. Michelle Bowles out of New Zealand, by the way. It was great hearing from her. She had a question about how she can get her bowl to short jack more consistently. She was having trouble with that. You can check out that video. But it got me thinking about the value of jack placement on a green and why it's so strategic and tactical to be able to do it. And yet, when I look around and I watch people practicing or bowling, I see very, very few people doing what I'm about to show you today. Now, I'm going to make a prediction. My prediction is this will be the least viewed video of all the videos I've done to date. Because today's video, ladies and gentlemen, is about rolling jacks. That's right. We're going to have a practice plan today on rolling jacks. Why is this so important? Well, it's simple, really, isn't it? When you are in control of the mat, you can essentially set your own rink length by rolling the jack. Long, short, you can move the mat. Obviously, it can give you a very, very strategic advantage. I'll give you an example. It wasn't that long ago I was playing in a tournament against a lead. And the lead, during the course of the game, rolled the jack out of bounds at least 6 times. Advantage me. I was able to pick the mat up, march it forward, and roll the jack to wherever my skip wanted it fairly consistently. It gave us a strategic advantage in that game. Now, it only happens that I can roll the jack relatively consistently because I practice rolling the jacks. So, today's session is about rolling the jacks. And in this handy dandy bucket, you're going to find 10 jacks. I advocate that you have 10, but listen, you can use as many as you'd like. And I'm going to walk you through what I do to get my practice in for rolling the jack. You're going to see that I've got 3 grids set up here. That grid that you see with the half tennis balls down there, that's at 21 meters, all right? That in Canada, by the way, is the hog line. It's the shortest it can be from front of mat to where the jack can land. And I know in some parts of the world it's 23, make it whatever you need to make it. But that grid is 1 meter by 1 meter. At the very far end, you'll see those yellow markers. That's 32 meters away. And it's a 2 meter wide, 6 foot wide by 3 foot 1 meter depth grid, okay? And then you'll see another grid down here, same, 2 meters by 1 meter, okay? Now, here's the thing. In a game, if you are getting consistently beaten by an opponent, let's say that's rolling the jack short, being able to, and if you win an end, being able to roll that jack long should give you a strategic advantage, right? The problem is that most bowlers don't practice this, so they can't consistently deliver the jack long. I have to admit something to you. This practice is the most difficult that I have to get consistent on. Rolling these jacks is not easy, right? But I'm going to, again, walk you through what I do. So again, I have a bucket of 10 jacks right here. The first thing I'm going to talk to you about is my grip. Yeah, it matters. I have a grip that has 3 fingers on the bottom of the jack and my thumb on the top of the jack. Everything about this, from this point on, mirrors my lawn bowls delivery. What does that mean? It means I find a line of aim, which happens to be dead center in the rink. I have my release as per normal, and my hold is as I normally do it. In other words, when I release, I hold for 5 seconds. I stay down and hold. Everything's the same. And once you kind of master where you can put your jack on the green, I think it leads to really awesome results. So here's how I set this up as a game. That middle grid is on purpose 1 meter by 1 meter. It's smaller because it's a shorter distance. So you're going to roll all your jacks down to that 21 meter grid down there. For every jack that ends up within that grid, you're going to give yourself 2 points. For every jack that ends up on either side of that grid, 1 point. If your jack ends up short or long, bupkis. Now the important part is, when you're down there and you've rolled all 10 jacks, you're now going to roll them back here. This is also important in a game. Moving the mat up so that you shorten the rink and you put the ditch in play, psychological. I'll have another video on that at another time, but it really can be a game changer. The reason why you don't see many people moving the mat right up is because delivery of the jack becomes paramount. You can't roll this jack into the ditch. You give your mat back to your opponent, and there you go. So once you've rolled 10 jacks down to the middle grid, you're going to roll them back here, and you're going to see if you can't get them within this grid here. Once you've done that, you're going to roll them all the way down to the 32-meter grid, and you're going to try and put the balls, the jacks, through that center grid on its way. Okay, so I'll give you just an example of that center grid and how I approach it. So again, my bucket's there, and I've got my grip here, and I see my line, and I release the jack, and is it going to get there? It is going to get there. Perfect. And I'll just keep releasing these jacks, adjusting whatever I need to adjust. Oh, just outside. And one more. Okay, we'll count that. So I got two of three inside the grid, 4 points to me, and that other one is beside the grid. That's 5 points. You're going to roll 40 jacks in this practice. So the most you can score is 80 points. How are you going to do? Hey, I hope that was helpful. I'm going to put the practice plan. You can download it by scanning the QR code on your screen right now, or I'll put the link in the description kind of below. All right. I hope you found that helpful, and I hope you put it into your practice routine, because it really is the lost art of lawn bowling. And a reminder, if you've got a topic you'd like me to cover, reach out. I'm happy to engage with you and see if I might be able to produce a video that can help you out, or maybe you've got a tip for me too. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, until next time, I'm Jeff Poulton for Island Bowls Live. Keep 'em rolling.